Please subscribe.
Subaru WRX Sti is kind of like that exceptionally wise child who brings home report cards with C's and D's assessing the page. Offered more strenuous and demanding jobs, but the student applies him or herself and excels. The STI is developed to be pushed. It begs for tight corners, high rates, and full throttle openings. After the motorist's blood comes, the car proves proficient. But there are wider expectations for cars with 4 doors and a standard trunk. Part of the STI's charm is that it also could be a practical vehicle, even for households. It is derived from the previous generation Impreza. In the end, however, like that bored kid in class, its manners and attitude in normal circumstances leave room for advancement. Subaru promises a Type A version with performance improvements later in this model year, but we are not anticipating an all-new next-generation WRX and STI until 2020. Mild upgrades for the 2018 model year change how the WRX STI looks and how it drives. Additionally, it receives a new STI Sport design instrument cluster with a color LCD screen, heated outside mirrors, red seat belts, a folding rear center armrest with cup holders, and a more competent security system. The big news, however, is that Subaru fiddled with the all-wheel drive system. Whereas the center differential from the 2017 STI was controlled through mechanical and digital procedures, the 2018 has gone complete electronic. Subaru calls it the multi-mode driver-controlled center differential, DCCD, and it is meant to enhance the car's already terrific handling. Subaru also updated the wheels, using yellow-painted monoblock Brembo calipers, 6 pistons up front and 2 at the back, as well as bigger cross-build vented discs, 13.4 inches in front and 12.8 inches at the back. Our test car was the Foundation STI. Our test car had the Recaro seats, a $2,500 alternative bundled together with the proximity key and push-button start. The STI Limited also presents the option for a lower-profile deck lid spoiler rather than the typical STI wing. Buyers who want safety-oriented features like the ones contained in Subaru's EyeSight package should rather lower their sights from the driver-centric STI and consider the regular WRX Limited. Sucker for pain. The mid-cycle upgrades for the WRX STI sadly failed to bring any changes to the aging powertrain. While the normal WRX has a 268 horsepower turbocharged 2.0-liter flat 4, the STI has a turbo 2.5-liter that's not utilized in any other Subaru. It makes the exact same 305 horsepower at 6,000 revolutions per minute and 290 pounds-to-foot of torque at 4,000 revolutions per minute as last year's version, which is just 5 ponies over the 2004 STI had on tap. Additionally, it comes equipped with SI Drive, or Subaru Intelligent Drive, basically a driving mode selector which affects just the engine's power delivery. With the center console dial, motorists can select one of Intelligent, Sport, and Sport Sharp, based on if throttle response or fuel efficiency is more important. Fundamentally, each step up the ladder provides more torque for a given movement of the accelerator pedal. Putting the motor to function necessitates a busy right arm and accepting that each and every day is leg day in STI land. The participation point with this test car was high in the pedal travel, which makes it tough to participate with no lurching, and the shifter itself does not really assist in making smooth progress in visitors. Everything comes together better when you are moving at full discussion, but it will become a chore that needs more attention than it should if you are simply trying to not upset passengers. When testing the previous STI, we experienced wheel slippage during hard launches, but that was not true with this car. It appeared to be marginally down on electricity to a level that forced us to try our stride tests with 3 different drivers. Despite the car set to Sport Sharp mode, we couldn't break the 5-second mark to 60 miles per hour, eventually accepting 5.3 moments as the best it could do. The STI we analyzed nearly 3 decades back, which wore Dunlop Sport Max tires and weighed about 50 pounds less than this 3,451-pound instance, conducted from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.8 seconds using a redline clutch fall. With less horsepower and a smaller price tag, our long-term 2015 WRX manual reached 60 miles per hour in 5.0 seconds flat, and the 2018 WRX using a manual needed 5.5. We are calling this one an anomaly. The Brembo brakes function as anticipated, dragging the vehicle from 70 miles to a halt in just 158 feet, but even that fantastic figure was a few feet more than the 2018 WRX with no STI enhancements. Although a bit nervous on center, the steering is quick, nicely weighted, and communicative. Rather than the regular WRX's electrically assisted power steering, the STI utilizes hydraulic assist and a faster ratio, 13.3 to 1 versus 14.3 to 1. From the manual setting, this is a control unit which allows the driver to select the torque bias on the all-wheel drive system from 6 different differential locking setups. In automatic, it provides 41% of torque to the front axle and 59% to the back, but can change that as conditions demand. Traction and responsiveness are this car's strong suit, on both gravel and paved roads. Even though the stiff suspension makes for a quieter ride than you would find in newer competitors like the Volkswagen Golf R, the car is nothing but written when pushed hard. But while the Subi revealed little to no understeer in the handling limit, the small 0.93 grammage registered on the skid pad falls well short of the Ford Focus RS's 1.04 grams and the Honda Civic Type R's 1.02 grams of lateral traction. That single metric portrays the wider story of where this car sits one of its new age peers. The WRX Sti faces better rounded competition from the 350 horsepower Focus RS, though that car's fantastic character has its own defects, the 306 horsepower Civic Type R, and the Golf R. The STI rated third at a 3-car comparison against the Ford and the VW, but it still is great fun. It is just that the competition has outpaced it, with comparable or even lower base costs, more refinement, and better-looking insides. One saving grace, for today, is that the RS and the Type R are limited availability automobiles for which dealers are charging exorbitant premiums above their list rates. What doesn't help is that the regular WRX's performance isn't so far off the STI's, and it allows more choices. Subaru fans who have longed for an STI are not likely to be disappointed by this one's rally-bred character. However, that the STI's competitions are more elegant and perform better informs us that Subaru should hit the books for an updated sport compact level.